More Ghost of Tsushima details have been revealed in a PlayStation article. I'm not going to talk about all of the points within this article, as some of it is information that I have already covered, but I will link the interview in the description if you want to read it all for yourselves. These questions have all been collated from Twitter and put to Nate Fox and Jason Connell from Sucker Punch. We've got information about weapon types, Jin's flutes, whether choosing the samurai or ghost path will have any lasting effects, and loads of other information as well. We're going to talk about all this stuff in this video, so make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to ensure that you don't miss any future Ghost of Tsushima videos. The first question on the list is whether any other weapons will be available for us other than the sword. Jason Connell answers this with Jin's katana is a family heirloom and will be his main weapon that will grow with the character throughout the journey. As Jin evolves into the ghost, he will learn how to use the bow to pick enemies off from a distance, and will also learn different abilities such as smoke bombs, but it does look like the katana will be the only weapon available in the game. They were also asked if choosing to fight like a samurai or like a ghost will have any consequences, and whether there would be a good or evil karma system. Fox answers this one by saying that there is no karma system in place, there's one story and one journey for Jin. As for the player making a choice, there isn't a binary choice at all, it's more about the player having the freedom to play through any encounter in the style that they prefer, and mixing and matching whatever armor they want whilst doing just that. He goes on to say that your options also aren't limited by the armor that you have equipped. For example, you may have seen that the standoff prompt appeared even in the ghost section, and vice versa. Jin will still be able to use tools like the smoke bombs, even if you choose to wear the samurai set. Jin starts out as a samurai, strong in sword combat, and as he develops more ways of fighting, he becomes known as the Ghost. So no, there will be no karma system, and it won't have any effect on the story, whether you play with a stealthy approach or with the honourable samurai approach. Ghost of Tsushima will also feature dynamic weather conditions that you will experience throughout your adventures. Some of them will be tied to specific regions to give more flavour and personality to those areas, while others will be tied to story moments. Alongside the weather, there will also be a full day and night cycle, as is the case with pretty much all open world games now. Another question posed was about the difficulty of the game. Most of the information given just confirmed what I've already covered in a previous video, which I will link at the top of the screen here and in the description down below if you want to check that one out. Fox does give some more information regarding the harder difficulty though, saying that on hard mode the game is fair, but still very challenging. Mongols are more aggressive, and players must be precise to pull off extraordinary moves. By comparison, easy mode is for players who want to explore the island, enjoy the story, and still be occasionally tested by a worthy opponent. But no matter which difficulty the player chooses, there will never be an increase to the health of the enemies. This is to maintain the lethality of the katana. The combat is all about the player's skill. So yeah, as I touched on in my previous video, it looks like those blocks and parries are going to need to be spot on for those harder difficulties. Sucker Punch have also apparently had some comments regarding the knockback on one of the bow headshots in the trailer being a bit too excessive and over the top. Fox responds to this by saying that you may have noticed that Jin uses two different bows in the demo, the half bow in the samurai portion of the gameplay and the long bow in the ghost portion. So the longbow packs a much heavier punch and has the power to knock enemies back, as you saw in the trailer. So we've got different bow options available to us here as well, which is always useful. They were also asked if there would be different endings to the story depending on if the players have taken a samurai route or the ghost route during the playthrough. And the answer was quite simply no, the same story, the same ending, no matter how you choose to play the game. Fox says the game tells the human story about Jin's sacrifice to become the ghost. Players can choose to primarily fight with a sword, bow, or stealth. Any which way, Jin becomes a legend to the people of Tsushima and a terror to the Mongol invaders. They also talk about what these circles are in the life bar. So these are Jin's resolve, which he uses to either heal himself or perform his most intense attacks. Players will have to make the tough tactical choice between healing or landing a crucial strike. Fox also talks about players not being able to target specific body parts, so there won't be any beheadings or cutting people in half. Jin's goal is just to dispatch his enemies as quickly as possible with whatever means he has available. The motto for the ghost combat is mud, blood and steel. It's gritty, visceral and above all, lethal, so it doesn't take many slashes with a katana to kill an enemy, just like it doesn't take many hits from a Mongol sword to kill Jin. It's a challenging environment to stay alive in, and make sure you use every weapon you have available. We also now know that there are ways we will be able to improve Jin's katana, both in terms of stats as well as appearance. Sucker Punch confirmed this is his main weapon of choice from the beginning to the end of the game. Sticking with weapons here, also confirmed in this interview was the fact that we will not be able to dual wield swords. Fox says that Jin was trained to fight with a single sword in a traditional style, but when Mongols invade, he often finds himself radically outnumbered, so to even the odds, he begins to use thrown weapons in the middle of a fight, mixing ranged and close quarters attacks with deadly results. So they will most likely be some of those abilities that we're able to unlock as we level up. A few extra bits of information that came out of this article. We've got some more information on wild animals and hunting. So again, I talked about hunting in a previous video as well, but Fox has given us some more information saying that there are unique animals in Tsushima that are there to help guide Jin in his adventures. And there are also a few predators that will be aggressive. Upgrade resources can be collected from these specific animals once they are defeated, so we will be able to hunt the more aggressive animals as we expected. Nick Fox also confirmed in this interview that the flute in some of the screenshots is something that you are able to pull out and play anytime you want, which is a nice little detail that will make for some really good screenshots. And finally, it was also confirmed that Jin can't sail any boats in the game. All of the exploring will have to be done on foot or by horse. That's about all I've got for you guys today. Thanks as ever for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future Ghost of Tsushima videos, and I shall see you guys again soon.